Hello, I'm Cassandra Lee and welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I made salt and pepper locs. So if you are interested in seeing how I did so, just continue to watch and we will learn together. I'll play some cute music and we'll get right into the video. So I'm starting off with leftover Bobby Boss hair that I had when I made my lock extensions a couple years ago. So I have a natural color and I also have a 1B color. This hair is 100% human hair and it is also unprocessed as well. So right now I'm just showing you the difference between the 1B color and the natural color. The natural color is a little bit lighter than the 1B color. I also did do a test dye the day before just to ensure that everything was going to dye and lift as I expected. So you're going to want to have your hair. You want your bleach of any choice, your developer, and you want to make sure that you have your toning shampoo and conditioner to get all the brassiness out of the hair after you bleach it. And the reason why I dyed the hair first before I made the lock is because I knew I was going to have to process this hair so many times and that the hair was going to be weak, but I didn't want it to be weak already as a lock and then just completely fall apart and be unmanageable. So I did it this way. When I began to dye the hair, I just made it into smaller sections so that way the bleach was way more manageable and consistent throughout the entirety of the bundle because there is no weft. Everything is completely loose hair, so the hair is going to be very hard to comb through if you were to comb through it with a comb. It's not attached to anything where you can hold it together, so just keep that in mind as well. You want to just make sure that you're completely brushing it thoroughly on both sides and making sure that it's coated completely with the product.
Up all night by myself, trying to think of ways to you. Your voice stuck in my brain, we never got to see it through. And I know I feel more pain if we're speaking truth. Cause when the daylight comes I still lose, So will I feel it again? I just don't know. And I'm hoping I'll find a way to let go. So if you love me, how could you leave me so low? So will I feel it again? I just don't know. I just don't know. I just don't know. So will I feel it again? I just don't know. And I'm hoping I'll find a way to let go. So if you love me, how could you leave me so low? So will I feel it again? I just don't know. I just don't know. Looking back at our time, hoping that we did it right. And give me any reason to call you up late at night. And we know it's for the best, I won't put up a fight. Cause when the daylight comes I still lose, So will I feel it again? I just don't know. And I'm hoping I'll find a way to let go. So if you love me, how could could you leave me so low? So will I feel it again? I just don't know. I just don't know. I just don't know. 'Cause when the daylight comes, I still lose. So will I feel it again? I just don't know. And I'm hoping I'll find a way to let go. So if you love me, how could you leave me so low? So will I feel it again? I just don't.
I do want to mention that with dyeing the hair so many times, it is a lot of stress on the hair. So each time you strip the hair of its natural color, it does become more weak and brittle. So with getting it to a T14 blonde color, so that way I'm able to get it more of a platinum silver gray color, it did put a lot of stress on the hair and it became way fragile and weak. So off camera, I used a permanent gray color toner that did not look how I wanted it to look. So I just went and got a semi-permanent gray that's from Adore, and it did way better with the coverage. So that's what we used in this video. So if you guys are looking to do something like this, just keep in mind that you're going to need a color like black or brown or anything that's just unprocessed to ensure that the processed hair that you just dyed is going to reinforce and keep everything nice and tight and secure. Because when I am making these locks with the gray hair, it is a lot more weak and brittle, and it's harder to wrap the hair around itself as I'm using the tool, because I strip the hair so much that it's so fine and weak and it breaks easily. So keep that in mind, but let's go through this process and see the final outcome.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
the ashes, wings on my back, stay lit like a matchstick. We ain't coming back, I swear. Just let go and see what happens. Gotta let go to see the magic happen. They got us a quick change, so we like them in phase. I just bought a new watch, time to make my wrist ring. The zero gravity keeps elevating me. The zero gravity, they got us a quick change, so we like them in phase. I just bought a new watch, time to make my wrist ring. The zero gravity keeps elevating me.
With me, everything is completely experimental. So at this point, I decided to just make the lock starting with the natural hair. And then I decided to add the gray hair on top of it to just make sure that the lock was actually strong enough, because that hair that I dyed, it was so frail that it was very hard to make a lock out of it, because every time I was going to wrap it around itself with the tool, it just continued to break. So at this point, I'm experimenting with starting it out with the natural color and then locking the gray hair on top of it. However, I did not really like that way, so I continued to do it how I began in the beginning, with just mixing the gray and the black hair all together at once and creating the lock that way. So this is the process. Stay tuned for the finished results when I install these locks on my mother. As always, thank you guys for participating with me on my channel. I really appreciate it. I'll see you guys next time. Be sure to hit me up in the comments below, share with your friends and family, and subscribe.
So I ain't coming down. So no,